Hello, everyone, and welcome to Nuestra Tabla Rasa. Thank you all for coming. I can't see the chat. That's unfortunate, but I'll work on that. It's all good. Thank you all for coming. Anyone who's in chat. Um, the subject is how can you work on making it a better reality? I think. Um, but more to the focus. Millie, how are you doing today?
I am doing great. I'm doing a little bit of everything, and I'm happy I'm settled down enough to be here. But I'm doing great.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Trista, how are you doing this wonderful, wonderful night?
I'm also doing wonderful. Yeah, it's been a good day and it's been a half decent week. So yeah, all good.
Victor, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, today was amazing. I got rested up a little bit because I've been burning the midnight petroleum this week. And it's a wonderful, I think I've got something in the back. Are you guys hearing a repeat?
That
Yeah,
would be me. That would
Oh,
be me.
yeah.
My,
okay.
I have my tablet and I hit it and it just turned on to the video that I wanted to watch. And guess what? It's us. So
Yay!
Yeah.
I wanted to see the chat and that was my fault. So
Oh,
I'm just a wonderful, wonderful host tonight. So
You've been
indeed.
busy tonight, Lucky.
yes, I like to
Yeah.
do that kind of myself. I like to just burn on both ends and try to get myself. Most important thing though, I have a notebook. Nothing's written in it because I didn't write my notes, but most important thing is I have it.
Good. I have one
So
too.
so my idea was basically we live in a crazy world. We don't talk politics, but politics is crazy. We get wars, things are happening, people are doing things. It always there's a lot of fear and anger and suffering in the world. But I'm thinking to myself, how do we, as individuals, as enlightened, as spiritual individuals, bring joy and peace and try to bring basically peace and joy to the world through our own acts day to day? Because I do think that although you try to think globally, you've got to act locally. Um, what do you think about it, Trista? How do you feel about this?
I, you know, I when it's things that are too big to really uh what's the word I'm looking for? Like directly affect, then all I can do is be me and shine my light. And I think humor is really helpful. And I think not feeding that energy out there is also like probably one of the best things that we can do, and just not paying attention to it, so I because it feeds off of it, and then it just makes it so much worse. So I think that just being being the change you want to see in the world, just like is it Gandhi who said that? Because that's a thing, that's a real thing. And I think that what we demonstrate will catch on, because energy is uh, adaptive. And I think people, like, the more it ripples out, the more, if I have contact with a few people and then they pick up a little bit of that vibration, and then they have contact with people and they pick up on that vibration. And it might be a little bit weaker as it goes out until it's reinforced again. But I think that's a real thing. So yeah, that's what I do.
Excellent. Yeah, I do like the idea of be the change you want to see. Um, I mean, Rex Bear says it all the time. Other people say it, and it's important. It doesn't matter who says it. The most important thing is
Yeah.
to live it. Um, that's what we need to do. I agree with you. That's great. So, Millie, what do you think about thinking globally but acting locally?
You know what? Trista and I are on the same page with that. It's so confusing having a Trista and a Krista. But Trista and I are really on the same page with that. Um, I think that if you you go out and you be that role model, right? It's not just about talking the talk; it's about doing it, right? So I I do what in different districts, right? Because it's what I perceive.
I can't hear your
Okay,
microphone.
hold on a
You
second.
can't hear
Yes.
me?
Oh,
Why?
Now we can.
now we
No,
can.
that is weird. That is weird.
Soon
Go,
Oh,
soon
continue.
as you yelled, "You can't hear me," that was clear as a bell.
did you miss it all?
Yes.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
sorry. Yes.
Oh, okay then. Well, basically, Trista and I are on the same page. I agree with everything she said. Uh, I agree with being a role model and you know doing what you say, practicing it, right? Walk your talk, and doing what you can just in everyday living. Be a nice person, smile, say hello. You can pick up you're as an empath when someone's not well or someone's not, someone's feeling shy or you can pick up on it. So in I'm not saying that it's your job to help the whole world, but if you see someone that's uncomfortable or someone that can use a hand, then lend that hand and just be a good person. And if you feel real passionately about something and you want to volunteer, then volunteer, and then do, because those things have rewards and unexpected benefits that sometimes, even when you say, oh, I'm going to go ahead and take part in this, you'll make even a bigger impact. That So if you're led or spirit says, hey, why don't you go do that, try it out, because sometimes it's not even that black and white. It'll have like you know what I mean.
Yes. Exponential.
Benefits.
Exponential?
Exponential.
Yes. Yes, it'll have a whole lot of that.
Right. So, Victor, what do you think about thinking globally and acting locally?
Well, I think it goes a long way. Everybody here knows what I do. You guys all know, and that I kind of I don't really go out and exude or anything, but it makes a big difference in those little interactions, and I think it's cumulative. It's like, because you throw a stone, you guys all know that you throw a stone and it begins as a ripple, but it can grow into a wave, and you never know what that little smile is going to be, or just holding the door open for someone, or even, you're in a grocery store and you pick up a piece of trash and put it in your pocket or put it in a garbage can. And then some employee sees you and they're like, oh, well, that's awfully nice, because it shows a level of consideration. It shows a level of consideration to somebody that you don't know. And, it gives them basically some knowledge that they're appreciated. And a lot of people don't know that. They don't know that they're just them being on the planet and sharing our air. We appreciate them. Yeah. So there you go. My short answer.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful. So now I can see some of the chat. So thank you, Lakeside Laura. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Butterfly Readings. Thank you, NY Deebs or Debs. Thank you all for coming. I see that there are 13 people watching, and I'm trying to find you all. Christina Fryer, thank you, Christine Fryer. Thank you so much for all you for coming. And Nuestra Tavarras here too. Great. That's great to see we're here too. So thank you all for coming. If I missed anyone, I really apologize. I'm going to pay closer to chat. Anyone any comments or suggestions, I'll keep an eye. Oh, Mary Wins. Thank you, Mary Wins. Thank you for all for coming. So there's something that Victor had said that really means important to me. My grandfather once told me that the carriages, someone's job it is to bring the carriages to the store. So don't take their job away. Just leave it in the parking place. And that really upset me because I am very much a person to put the carriage into the carriage corral, at least put it in a safe place. But there is a mindset out there that it is someone's job to do this and you don't want to take away their job. So how, in a compassionate way, can we, as higher, compassionate, enlightened individuals, express to somebody the simplest act of all, which is to put the carriage into the carriage corral or a safe place. What do you think, Millie?
You know, sometimes it can be difficult if something isn't innate in someone to to make them see it your way. So that's a hard one. I got to be honest with you, because some people, if they just don't see it that way, then they're not. But then you could also be a little more tactful, and you can be like, hey, that could be your car that carriage runs into. And if they care about material things and their nice car and whatnot, that they'll realize that it's also, it would be a pain in the butt to have to file an insurance claim for that, and your insurance will go up anyway, even though it's not your fault. So you could do it that way, and appeal to them in another way, right? But that's hard when people don't see the impact that they can make and are very much so absorbed in their own world.
True. You're right. You're right. So, Trista, how would you convince someone, although I know you don't drive, but you can still express to see the carriages which are all over the parking lot? How would you convince someone who believes that it's someone's job, you don't want to take away their job, to help return the carriages to a safe location, being the carriage corral?
So I wouldn't try to, first of all, I love that you call it a carriage. That's beautiful. I don't know. I think that's the first time I've heard anyone say carriage. I've heard buggy and like all sorts of other things, but I love it. I picture like horses and stuff. Anyway, um, I don't think it's my job to convince people of things. All I can do is model it. So if they don't want to take it back, then I'll say, okay, well then I will, and do it for them. And yeah, explain my opinion about it and why I believe that. And then if that plants seeds for them for the future, if they don't grow right away, then fine, but it might plant seeds for later. And, sometimes that kind of um, information is cumulative, right? So they'll hear it a few times and then maybe it'll start to sink in. So I don't try to change people. I mean, I'm sure there's some exception to that somewhere. So like, but I don't think that that's even really kind of right. Like, let people live their life and do what you can to show them what it would mean, what things mean to you. And then if they pick up on it and adopt it, great. And if they don't, well, then that's their journey.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So,
Oh, thank
Victor, why do you leave the cart in the parking spot and just drive away?
That's funny. Yeah. God, how'd you know?
He was
No,
waiting for that.
yeah. Um, okay. Yeah. I'm also the guy. I'm also the guy that whenever I see a wreck, I get my phone out and film them and yell at them when I drive by. You can't park there. No, I'm joking. You guys know that? Do you guys know that?
Yeah, I know
No,
that one.
it's
Yeah.
pretty funny. It's pretty funny in a sense, but that's what people need right then. They just had something traumatic happen to them, as we've almost all been in some kind of accident before, I would imagine, with our wonderful vehicles. But I am not a cart lever outer. I am like I am really adamant about it. If I come out and there's a bunch of carts around and it's they're fairly close to me and I can get them organized real quick, I'll organize them. I don't think it's an OCD thing. It's just doing what's right thing. I'm in that sense. You're gifting those people, and they're not even going to know it. You see, because you remove that car, it's not going to blow into someone's vehicle and scratch it or impede traffic, and then that way there'll be carts there. Even though I'm not exactly a big fan about helping my need to help other people supersedes my dislike for Walmart. That's typically, well, even at my local grocery store too, because we still have some, a local chain. I always take my cart because it's a smaller store. If I use a cart, I will literally turn around and take it back inside the door. It's that close. It's just one of those things because I kind of know everybody in my local store, and that goes a long way because now I know some of the people I'm benefiting if I just bring that cart back. So I am not a cart leaver outer at all. I'm not a cart police officer either, though. But one of my buddies, years ago, was really into this, and I mean, he would do stuff like zip tie carts to people's doors and things like that. So they'd have to have some heavy scissors to cut it, and they couldn't drive off with it. Just stuff like that. So not hurting their vehicles, but kind of calling people out, sort of thing.
It is quite effective to surprise someone like that. What I did for my grandfather, who was a very, very Catholic, very upright Catholic individual, I drove around and said, "I love the carriage cart orgy," and I started grabbing all the carts and putting them all together around us. And I'm like, everyone needs love. He did not like that whatsoever. And that got to a story at the family, and my father sat me down and talked to me about not doing that anymore. So that's not the way to do that.
It depends.
Well, running around a parking lot and collecting upwards, I think about 7 I got to, because after that it got hard to push them around. But yelling carriage cart orgy, it's not right. It's not right. But it was funny. That was the point. But none of my family found it as funny as I did at the time, because my grandfather was livid.
But that's bringing joy to people when they see you, and then they can have a good laugh, and then you're bringing joy to the world. Right?
Well, the problem is when I was a teenager, I had a thing where I was very antisocial, very social anxiety kind of thing. But the problem was I had to perform. So because I had to go outside the norm and just go over the top. So, yeah, the carriage cart orgy thing really was. The family still talks about the carriage cart orgy situation because they are still think that's just not right to do.
Look at the great memory. Look at the great memory that they have.
Yeah. Remember, my father has like 8 brothers and sisters. One who was the youngest one, he enjoyed it, but again, he was also younger at the time. He was just in college at the time, But again, it was quite a situation. But again, the better way would have been to explain that just because it's someone's job, the reason why there's a cart corral is to put them in place because, again, these kids are not paid really well. So but I realized later, I thought about that for a better way of doing that. But again, I know the wrong way very well. I actually know the wrong way quite lots of ways, and unfortunately, I still love the carriage cart orgy thing. My wife does not think it's funny, but I still to this day think it's funny because it is just, there are so many carts, and it really bothers me that I see so many carts outside of the area that they belong. I will yell carriage cart orgy and collect them again because I think it's great. And I think everyone should be part of the carriage cart orgy, but no one is. No one shares my joy for the carriage cart orgy. Which is probably going to get this. Well, I got to stop saying that because it's probably not going to be well for this channel. But I don't know.
Maybe you might want to stop.
We're gonna put that on the short.
Yeah. So the most important thing we have is to try to do the right thing, and the carriage carts is just a symbol. I mean, I do walk around the store and I do pick things up off the floor because I don't understand why people leave things on the floor. Of stores. I mean, sometimes putting things in a place that they don't belong, it happens. And if I notice something that is in a place that doesn't belong, like milk in the middle of the let's say, automotive aisle, I have found that I will return it back and tell usually one of the people that I found this in one of the aisles because it's just wrong. But
That could have been opened and sucked on or something, or somebody could have put something in it.
right, so yeah, I don't put it back in the milk area, but I do tell one of the people, and I do put things back if it's in within my realm of, if it can be done with relative ease. But again, I think acts like that are just part of the norm. And I do, unfortunately, it might be a little bit of OCD that I like things where they belong, but I'm going to say it's just genuine compassion and kindness rather than I'm insane, which might be the fact with the carriage cart thing.
Yeah, but, can I add something else to that, Lucky?
Please, because I lost my train of thought, actually.
And really, it's indicative. Of course, you're going to get answers like this from this panel. I mean, look who you're talking. We've got a bunch of wonderful spiritual beings here who walk their talk, and it's really the person that you're helping there is yourself. You're setting a wonderful example for yourself by picking up that piece of lettuce, or that piece of garbage, or taking a cart back, because we're the first person that notices our actions. And a lot of times you don't think it because you're thinking selflessly, oh, it's the right thing. Just pick up the trash, pick it up, beautify or whatever. You don't even really have to take it that next step. It's the right thing to pick up the garbage. It's the right thing to stop and help an animal, right? It's not even really a discussion. It's just you stop and do it, and just take on whatever it needs to be done. And I love that. I love that aspect. You don't have to sit and think about it. And some people in their journey may sit and deliberate for 15 minutes before they get out and help that animal that's now dead or something. So, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, that is a good important part, is just doing the right thing. But you put up a good point. Millie, do we do the right thing because we're selfish and because we want to feel better about ourselves?
Lucky, are you reading my mind?
ESPN.
Yeah, that's what it is. So as you guys are talking, I'm thinking to myself, that reminds me of what I used to tell my kids. Is good moral character is what you do when people aren't paying attention, and then that got me to thinking, well, do you do the right thing because it's the right thing, and let's say you don't want to go to hell, even though that doesn't exist, right? But
right.
So if you do it because you're like, oh, if I do that, then that's going to get me in trouble like this or whatever, or do you just do it because it's right, it feels like it's the right thing to do. And that's why I said the right subjective too, because what's right for me today may not be right for me 5 years from now. I may have a different perspective on things. However, generally, I think that there are certain laws that are just like, common, and they're always going to be the right thing to do.
Laws?
But I do it. Well, I'm not law. I don't mean laws. You know what I mean? Beliefs or, but yeah, like there's certain things that you do just because that's how you are, and that's right to you. But I wouldn't say you're doing them for brownie points. So if you're going out and talking about it and saying, oh yeah, I just went to the park and picked up all the trash. Well, good. I'm glad that you did that. But are you telling me and posting about it, or like those posts that you see people feeding all the homeless people and
there's
they're out like
3 different pictures of them having a great time, and one with their ass looking great.
Exactly. Like, so is this a promotional item, or are you doing it because you really wanted to feed the homeless or pick up the trash in the park? Is my point.
So you're saying that Trista's only nice because it makes other people see her being nice because she's vain. So she wants to impress everyone.
That's exactly right. How did you know that?
Oh, you're a little rabble rouser.
Yeah. Oh, see. Oh, can I interject something? Can I throw a question on top of that?
Please, yes.
So it's really interesting to think about that there's some people that learn the right way, because it's like you have good kids. You guys all know a good kid that never gets into trouble, and and is that something they pick up from? Where does that come from? You see, even if they're not church going kids, there's kids out there that don't go to church or have never been, but they always do the right thing. Is that out of expectation? Or let's just say it's not out of anything except for just doing the right thing. Now, is that something taught? Where did they learn that? You see, where did we learn it?
Well, I honestly think we learn a lot of things by example, by we seeing other people do the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
You guys succeeded this week. You got us all laughing.
There you go.
Oh, poor Trista. Oh,
one, Richard.
no. We've caught her. She's does the right thing so people see. Oh, no. So, but seriously, is it easier to do things when no one is seeing or when everyone is looking? To doing the right thing. Is it easier to do the right thing when no one sees or when everyone is seeing?
Definitely no when no one's seeing. That's my vote.
That it's easier to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
When is
Yeah.
it easier to see? When everyone's watching you or when no one's watching you?
I just do it all the
I
time.
don't want
Like,
to
it
know.
doesn't matter who's
Well,
watching.
that too.
Like, but like,
When is it easier?
when is it easier? I don't know. I don't know. What if like? So if someone watches me do it and they're gonna mock me for doing it, I'd be like, who cares? Like, I don't.
Well,
Ah,
Yeah,
yeah.
You
but
know what I'm saying? So like,
But if you make a big production out of it and walk out there and, hey, everyone, oh, there's trash, everyone, get out, wait, back out and pick up the trash. And then walk over and put it in. Okay, everything's better.
yeah. Well, that person probably wouldn't do it more than that one time.
Hmm.
Maybe they.
I
Will.
will
I don't
say-
know. That's I can't judge. I don't know. I don't think so.
I feel kind of awkward doing certain things like with people watching. I get what you mean, like where it's just got this kind of weirdness to it. And I do it anyway, I think for the most part, but like yeah, it's got a different feel to it than just doing it and no one's watching and you can just do it and do it because you want to. I don't know. Yeah. I do get that where it's kind of just a little off. I wanted to throw in because I've heard people make the claim that doing something good because it feels good is like puts a bad kind of flair on it. And like if we can't have joy in doing good, that's a problem. I don't agree with that one. I
Oh,
think
I don't
that
think I've ever heard that.
yeah, I've heard people say that, and I'm like, that's weird. Like, it should feel good to do good because it is good,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
think that might be part of what brings it in for children when they're young and they start doing nice things young, and then it builds because they get that good feedback from people
Mm.
and from the world around them, and then they learn that it feels good to do good, and yeah. Yeah, I think that's my rambling. I don't know if did you
No,
ask
that's
a
good.
question or did I interrupt?
It does feel good to do good. Heck yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing is if you do a good act and you feel good, is that the sin of pride? Are you proud of yourself? And is that a sin? So that's what the Catholic side of me would say. Unfortunately, the Catholic side of me is small and kind of fading, but it's still there. But I think that's what it comes to. I think it's pride. I think it's the Catholics always worry about sins, and one of them is pride. So if you do the right thing and you feel really good about it, you're falling into the sin of pride. That's the fun of being Catholic, because you can have all these fun things that you can experience, all these sins by doing the right thing. But that's okay. We learn. Religion is fun. Religion is you learn more about yourself by doing the right thing and feeling bad about it.
Well, That's what I was thinking right now. Well, if it isn't about sending you to confession or having you feel shameful or being in
Hmm. Or
fear,
guilty,
then they're not happy. So,
or
Yeah,
guilt. Got to have a few layers of guilt in there.
yeah,
And then go tell some priest how many times you
right.
masturbated in the last since your last confession. Yeah.
But don't worry, if you do 10 Our Fathers and 5 Hail Marys, you're okay.
And don't do it again unless you send me pictures. You know, it's no, I'm just- sorry.
Oh my
Sorry.
God.
I do apologize to anyone out there that's active and I'm a former Catholic as well, so
Same.
just full disclosure.
Yes.
Oh, all of us are?
They're all recovering
All of-
Catholics.
Wow.
I taught Sunday school. Yeah, I was a Sunday school teacher for like 10 years, 12 years. And so, yeah.
Wow.
I was in the choir and the youth
Jeez.
group. Oh yeah.
I almost became a priest.
Wow.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
wow. There's so much about us that is so weird. um, I got to hang out with the nuns when my parents went to church. That was fun. I always thought the nuns were mean. I never met mean nuns, but I guess they really were mean to everyone else, just not me. I guess I was a good kid, or just so weird that I was weird enough that the nuns didn't want to bug me. I don't know.
A nunny's boy. Were you a nunny's boy?
Well,
I just made that up.
the priest is so afraid of me, he didn't want me in the church, so for a
Hey,
while.
maybe they feared your energy.
Well, I when I was before I went to school, I used to see ghosts, and then they made me talk to the priest, and which I told him things that I don't remember what I told him, but he asked me not. He asked my parents not to allow me in the church, that I had to sit with the nuns while the parents went to church. But my parents had to go to church
Wow.
every week. Yeah, it's fine. It's one of the weird things that I used to get experience. Don't tell the truth to the priest because it makes him really upset. And I guess that's a sin because telling the truth can be a sin because we tell the priest the wrong thing.
Hey,
Well,
can I
you
tell?
know-
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Please.
Very quickly, if you think about it, so truth is light, and wasn't it like deemed as a bad thing to bring that light and bring that knowledge to the human race, right? Because isn't that what Satan did? So I guess truth is bad in Christianity or Catholicism.
Well, it wasn't Satan, it was the serpent. See, that's the thing. The serpent wasn't
Yeah,
Satan.
but it
the
wasn't
serpent-
he was I thought he was acting through the serpent.
But wasn't
That's
he
what I
the
was
morning
taught.
star?
it gets very convoluted. Those Christians
Yeah.
in their translations of the Bible, and the serpent's legs fell off. So
Oh,
When I used to before I moved, I went to a local Catholic. There was, well, let's say size wise, the town was about 48,000 people. So there was churches on both sides of town essentially. So I'd usually go to the big one, and one of my coworkers went there as well. And she told me, she comes in, she goes, "Did you go to mass?" Which we didn't go to the same mass because there's three or six of them. And I was like, "No, I went to the early one or something." She goes, "You would not believe what my son did." And I was like, "What?" And he goes, I think he was 3 or something. He didn't want to go to church. He didn't want to go to mass today, and threw a fit the whole time. And finally, I yanked him up out of the pew and put him over my shoulder and started walking out because she's usually sat way up in the front with her family. And the whole time, her child was going, "I hate Jesus," and yelling, all the way out the door. And the door shut. They could still hear him screaming and yelling. But he didn't do it because he was possessed. He did it because he was pissed, and he didn't want to be there. He wanted to be home doing something
oh
else.
my God.
The whole way out. The whole way out.
That's funny.
Oh, God, excuse me. All right. That was fun.
my favorite thing is that my sister, when she got married, she married a Methodist. Again, left the Catholic to marry a Methodist, and the Methodist church at the back had a room, a glassed-in, soundproof room for families because of children.
Oh,
So-
like a crying room.
Right.
We have that.
So that way the children could come to mass and not bother anybody, and that was just beautiful. I mean, it was a loudspeaker in there, so they could attend, and they brought an actual one of the sub-priests to go back in that room to give the communion. But the children and the families were shunned from the rest of the community. I thought that was beautiful. But, it's, I think that's the fun thing, that when you're still Christian, but it was all shunned. Oh my goodness, The children were baptized as Methodists, and I'm like, they were baptized anyway, so we'll have to rebaptize as Catholics afterwards. We'll make sure of that. Okay, cool.
Do
But
it all, then you're covered no matter what's out there.
I say that, yeah, baptize everyone in all religions. Once in
Every
a while.
religion.
Running around. What was it? What was it? The mummy, the little skeevy guy that was helping Brandon Fraser, and he had every different kind of fetish you could have on your neck from all the various global religions.
That was good.
Oh.
I think it's the way to go. That's from now on. That's what we should all do. We should always look for all the religions, But it's all about acting locally and making this a better world. I mean, how do I get back on my own? The problem was when I pick us off the rails myself, and to and try to put us back on, and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. But where I go from here? I don't know. This is a crazy world we live in, and I think the most important thing: how do you think we can make this a better world? What can we do to make things better, Victor?
I think that somebody should put up do a daily show, maybe even twice a day, and put out real freaking awesome vibes, and something like that sort of thing.
Good
But
one.
on an individual level, though, I think a good thing to do. I think a good thing to do is exude. That's a real easy thing. All your interactions out there, just exude. Just get in your safe, it's not safe place, but just be that beacon. Just exude it. Just push off love and let everybody know that when they get around you, and you're going to have all those people come up. So make sure you have time, because they're, it's a slow trip to the store, because people are going to stop you and start telling you their story, and it's beautiful. That's what you can do.
So, Millie, what do you think we can do to make this a better world? Because, Victor has his show twice a day, and, if what do we do?
Well, we can plug his show, and we can just, like I said, go around being good humans, and just help people, be nice to people. I've listened to people too. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, people come and they tell you stuff, and you're empathetic, but you continue living your life in a way that is a good example. What? What?
Oh, I was just going to add too, is we us Millie and Trista and I, we do a meditation at 11 every day too on X. So if you guys are over on X, you should come join us. Yeah, and it's a nice lady named Dee, and it's kind of a silent meditation, Lucky. So I'm kind of telling everybody, I guess, right now, but I mentioned it on Truthwave. So yeah, it's really nice. And their goal, they have a very specific goal to get to 9,000 people. So, because some kind of mathematical harmonics of the planet or something what is it? Mass Effect? You guys told me the other night.
Critical mass.
Critical mass. Thank you, Trista. Again. So it's like that's the critical mass number that this meditation group has discovered or figured out. So they're trying to get 9,000 people on at the same time. And that'll be awesome when that happens. And I'll share the link. Unless one of you guys have it up already or something. I'll share it in chat for everyone.
I have two questions.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you using a pornography site?
What?
X.
Oh,
Oh, no, not that kind of. No.
I've never seen that on X.
I have a couple of times, but it was not intentionally.
So okay. So 11/11, is that 11/11 every day, or 11/11 like East Coast, Central?
So, East Coast.
Oh, so it's 11:11 East Coast. So everyone shares 11:11 on East Coast time. Okay.
There's the link. I just put it in chat.
Beautiful. That's right, Judy.
I never understood why Twitter changed to X. They should go back because it sounds so naughty to me. But that should be Catholic. Damn it, being Catholic. So we all need to get together. That's it. We want to heal X. So we need to go there and bring positive and joy and love to X so it can be a beautiful and take away the negative connotations of the word to the X. That's beautiful. That's a good idea. We're gonna make X a wonderful thing. Like the X-Men. What's wrong with me?
There you go.
Did we get to pick
Generation X. Oh
Can
my
we-
good.
oh.
All these wonderful things.
Oh, yeah.
Gen X. Gen
Where's
X. That's
Cliff?
right.
So why do I see it as negative, but it's a wonderful thing because I'm Generation X, and the
Mhm.
X-Men are powerful. It's not negative. Or what have I done to this? So-
X-rays.
No, X-rays can be harmful. Too many of those.
No, I know.
Oh no,
Extreme. Extreme. There you go.
extreme
There's
is
another
too
one.
much.
Mm.
Oh, that's turning the wrong way.
Ecstasy. Does that count? I mean, it's not actually
That's
in
a-
there, but it sounds like it is.
I haven't heard that
Sounds
joke in
joyous.
years.
Ecstasy is a drug.
It's also a nice feeling.
Wow, so many things, just negative, and I guess that's the balance. In order to have a positive world, we have to accept that some things might be seen as the wrong direction, but we can make it positive together.
There you go.
Shoot, I lost a train of thought again. Damn it.
Xenophobia.
have it.
Ooh.
Oh, xenophobia.
Oh, wait, that's a bad one. Yeah, I was like,
Okay. I'm gonna focus now. So in order to heal everyone, we have to acknowledge that everyone's on their own spiritual path. Can everyone be spiritual? Can everyone achieve a spiritual path? Do we all have souls? Are there anyone in this world who might not have souls?
Yes, yes, no, yes, and yes. I lost track, man. That's a lot. So what's the first question of all that?
Do we all have souls? Does everyone have a soul? Victor.
I would say my understanding of a soul, I would say that yes, everyone has one. I'm in the camp that I think there's another camp that says no, not everybody's born with a soul because there's NPCs out there. And stuff like that, but-
No camps. We
Okay.
want you. We want your opinion.
Okay.
We don't care about what other people's opinion is, except for Millie. Millie, does everyone have a soul?
I don't think so.
Ooh, elaborate.
I
Oh, please. Oh, sorry.
go
Mike.
Trista, go.
oh, I do think so. I'm not really on board with the whole NPC thing, and I think if it is a thing, then fine. But I think that it runs the risk of making people feel justified in not treating everybody with respect. You know, if
Ooh,
we
nice angle.
assume that somebody, isn't as an integral part of the world as we are, and yeah, that's just asking for trouble. But I do think that we all have souls,
Okay. I just need one thing. Can everyone put up
including
their
animals.
Can everyone put up their hands and show their fingers?
Oh, why? My nails are terrible.
Wiggle the fingers. There you go. Does everyone have
Just hands.
5? Okay, we're good. Wait, does she have 7? Okay, good. That's 5. Okay, great. So, Millie, you believe that not everyone has a soul.
I do.
So you believe there are NPCs in the world.
I
So
do.
it's just automated. And so, okay, Millie is the only one with the right answer.
It's just some people that look really dead, blank. I don't know how to, just.
I feel
I don't
that-
judge them, and I don't treat them any less. If anything, I might even fear them to a certain degree. But it's like, oh, okay, you just keep going.
I think a lot of people are stuck with this. Oh, mine's red. See,
Yeah, but see that just because they're getting stupid doesn't mean that they don't have a soul.
But
It's
they
kinda
No,
can't-
like-
no, not because of the telephone or anything like that. Like even before, like there's just maybe it's because I can't read them.
Well,
There's
it's-
nothing there. You know what I'm
See.
saying? Like when you look into someone's eyes and they're just not there.
there are
Well-
some. Yeah, I know that feeling. With they're physically there, but you can't feel. You can't.
Hmm.
It's like they're not there. They're there physically, but there's nothing behind the eyes.
and it almost feels like a neutral vibrational frequency from them. Maybe they're neutrals. Maybe they're neutrals because you guys can all feel energy. I know each and every one of you can feel energy, and maybe they're just neutrally neutral. Maybe they are just grays. Oh, that's weird. Maybe they're in the gray zone. Okay. And they're holding the neutral frequency. Maybe that's what we feel as an NPC is holding a neutral frequency because you're not getting anything from them.
Because I'm not getting anything right. So it's
That's
almost
interesting. Go ahead.
like a placeholder. Yeah.
Or have they just absorbed so much of the crap in the world that's designed to keep us complacent that they just are, where there's just that
They're numb.
flat
But-
line instead of a life to them, right? Just because they've had that thrust upon them, or been in a situation where it just took over, like Brave New World, right? Too much TV, too much phones and computers and all of that kind of other stuff.
We're getting some
That
amazing
just
comments too.
brings them down. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm missing out on a lot of that.
We can read them.
They're wonderful. I just so much.
Yeah, I think I believe in walk-ins, and I think they have a soul, or they are a soul. Sorry, Lucky.
No. It is. Focus.
Oh yeah, Christine nails it. Maybe to the to the neutral people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you believe that you can feel the negative people, you can feel the positive people, but the neutral people who are just so out of it that we can't feel them. So we're assuming that they're NPCs, but really they're just so neutral that we can't feel them. That's interesting.
Or
Well-
they're vibrating at the same frequency as everything around them instead of in their own, perhaps.
And perhaps they're going to get turned on at the right time. They could get turned on at the right time because once it gets to a specific frequency, a lot of people are going to start coming. Our communities are going to go crazy because they're going to be wanting. They're going to get on the path and need nourishment. Need something to absorb. We've all been there. Everyone hear my voice.
So, this will be for anyone. Do you believe the soul and the spirit are separate, or are they?
I use them interchangeably, I think,
So
Yeah,
they're the same
but I
thing.
haven't really thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say just off the top of my head, I would say they're the one and the same. Their spirit body, I guess, is kind of how I talk about it. Spirit self.
Right. And
So
people
it's
say,
the
like,
spirit, the soul are the same. So Millie, what's the right answer?
haha. I think they are the same, and I've heard it referred to as what the oversoul, right? Your higher self, the oversoul. So
Oh, so you mean the higher self is your soul.
I think so.
yeah,
So
that's what I
so-
believe.
is our higher self part of us, or is it separate?
No, it's part of us, and then
So-
as you go through the journey, you make the connection to your higher self. So your higher self is always with you, but maybe you haven't acknowledged it. So when Victor's talking about those people that are going to be turned on, I think that what gets turned on is that connection to their higher self. to realize that there's
Ooh.
more, so they're connected to that higher self, which then lets them connect to the consciousness of humanity, or
Oh wow.
the whole
Mm,
consciousness.
So the people we're calling NPCs, although they have the light bulb, the switch is turned off right now. But for we,
mm.
as enlightened beings, might be able to turn that light bulb on, so they can achieve a connection to their light bulb, soul, higher self.
See, I don't think that, because I wouldn't call my neighbor an NPC just because she's not on a spiritual journey. She may be a nice lady, she may be,
Oh yeah.
a
Yeah.
fantastic neighbor, but I wouldn't think of her as an NPC just because she's not, you know, into what I'm into, and spiritual and whatnot. Maybe she's still Catholic. I don't know. I wouldn't think any less of her, and at the same time, I don't think that it's that she's an NPC at all. It's really, it's those people that you come in contact with that are just, I don't, and I think someone was saying, like, they have nothing left to give. You would pick up at least the feeling of being defeated.
Hmm.
You can pick up when someone's defeated. You can pick up when someone is just sad, but you don't even pick that up.
What if it's kind of like people who have been through severe abuse and end up with multiple personalities? Maybe like an offshoot of that are people who just check out and they have no personality because they've been through so much that it just they can't deal anymore.
Like dissociative people.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know some really nice people, though. I'm not a big fan of the NPC term. I think it's
Mhm.
funny because it's kind of memey, but in a sense, it's kind of true. Well, it's like, okay, it's funny because, well, regardless of the NPC term, I think that when I know some very awesome people that do a lot of great deeds that I can't feel anything from. I would say I know 3 or 4, and it's really interesting to even find that energy around me on a regular basis. But I think there's a capacity there because these people they can't see things in their mind. They can just barely feel energy and things like that. So I was looking at it in the grand scheme of things. I'm sorry, I completely lost it. Completely lost it. I looked at Millie on the screen and I was like,
I no, because I'm picking up what you're saying, and I'm like, okay, so that could be an NPC with some kind of programming running through it. Because isn't that what an NPC's supposed to do, right? It's not so much it could be a walk-in, but it could also be, I think, like an AI but then I start getting all like sounding like there's some people against you, and that kind of sounds like crazy. Like I'm not trying to sound like that. Like I'm trying to just, yeah, that it's just like a mimic, like you know what I mean? Just, you're just repeating all the catchy phrases. It's but it's not real. It's something that's not
"You
real.
having fun yet?" Ugh, that was one I did not like. Hi, what's new and different?
Yeah, there's a lot to
It,
this, and we only have
for the
5 minutes
chat,
left.
there's people asking in the chat, and it's non-playing character
Oh,
NPC.
yes,
It's a video game reference.
Yeah, it's basically
Yes.
they go through their program. They're pre-programmed to go through the motions. They don't think; they just do. And no one farted, I don't think, but that's okay.
Sometimes when you move your mic, it sounds like it.
Oh, me? Yeah, I imagine I've been I put when I yeah, that's me. Yeah, I farted. I
It's
farted
okay.
all over the place.
I took the rap.
The room's all full of farts. That's unfortunate. So, do you believe that every choice we make creates a new timeline? So there are melted versions of us in different timelines. It's just yes or no. I don't need an
I
explanation.
do. I do.
I do.
Okay. And
Yes.
Victor, so with that, let's just say there's split apart. and many choices we make, because we've made hundreds and thousands and maybe millions of choices in our lives. So could we only be conscious in only some of those lives? So could we be NPC in a different timeline because we're not driving that character?
Oh, that's good.
Oh, interesting.
And is our higher self controlling all of those beings? And our poor higher self can only control so many, because, even me, I can't even keep focused on the show, and I keep going off on tangents.
I think on the other side, it's a little more like I think our higher self could control like infinite or control or, be a part of infinite us. Um, and I think that there would just be so many, like if that was the case and, we just are one soul moving through, the one path of timelines and all the rest of our choices and the ones that didn't take are NPCs now, that would mean like so much of the whole planet would be, and I mean, I guess some people argue that, but it's like an enormous amount of people.
And maybe whenever
So
you make a decision, maybe the previous timeline goes dormant. Maybe not. That's a tough one to reconcile right there about how many infinite timelines. But the thing is why couldn't it? There's nothing stopping it, because we're thinking, oh, well, you're going to run out of space on your hard drive. No, you can talk to somebody that knows about Akashic records. Are those finite?
Okay.
So what about the higher selves? Is there only one higher self, or are there multiple higher selves for each of the timelines?
I think
there's just one.
Yeah, I would say one, too.
Because on the other side, it's so different.
But
And
I
go
would
ahead.
assume.
I just want to add, like what Lucky was saying about the multiple timelines and stuff too. Like a lot of us are doing work or have done work to call back our energy, or to do actually, I think, to soul
Retrieval.
recapitulation, like a soul retrieval or recap. But there's another term that recapitulation or something like that, where you bring back all your souls, and then you close down all those timelines. Like you bring it all back to just one. So you're collapsing those timelines. So you're not scattered all over the place. So that your energy and your focus is here. So you could collapse all those timelines too. So that then you're stronger in this one timeline.
Wow.
If you collapse all those timelines, are you killing all the other versions of yourself?
Yeah.
That's sad.
Oh, see, I saw it as all of them coming into one.
You see?
And I'm thinking,
Okay,
what about
Richard.
everybody else on those timelines? Like, do the other
Richard and
souls that
Angela.
are on those?
What?
Sorry,
I said Richard and Angela have that's the term.
capitulation.
Hmm. I just can't speak to them.
Oh,
So then, are there other souls on those timelines with you? And then, like, are they still there?
well, you're not changing the
Like,
timeline. You're just pulling your energy back from it. You would still be there, though, right?
okay,
You'd still be
okay.
there. Maybe you turn into an NPC.
Maybe.
And maybe our NPCs now that we're referring to, the people are just gray. Maybe they're that version of person that's been recapitulated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So would this recapitulation cause? I didn't say it right now. If the recapitulation, oh no, I did it wrong again. If the recapitalization,
Recapitulation.
if the
There you go.
recapitulation, damn it, what was I going to say? Okay, that's it. That's Mandela effect. Could
You know what?
the recapitulation cause
I
a
gotta go.
Mandela effect? Because if you connect with the other timelines and they go, wait, I don't remember that.
Oh, ooh, oh, that's a good one.
That is a good one.
Could our recapitulation be causing the Mandela effect on ourselves?
Ooh.
Because that way, if we cross timelines, they had a life. They made their own choices. You put them all together. Now we're having memories that never existed in what we believe our current timeline is.
Fascinating. Yeah, that's a good one.
And also, if you pull yourself back together, collapse
go.
all your
There you
stuff
go.
into this timeline, you're going to be pulling people from the future too,
Oh,
not just the past.
That's a lot to think about, and we should allow our viewers to fester and to think about what we've said, because it's been 1 hour and there's a lot to think about.
A lot of that going around right now, Lucky. Lots to think about, to consider, to explore. Yeah.
There's a lot of us to just discover about ourselves and to think, do I really want to connect with myself in another timeline? Am I ready to talk to myself in another timeline and to learn from each other and to recapitulate? I'm going to say it. Recapitulate. Oh, damn it. Oh, am I ready to recapitulate myself?
there you go.
That doesn't make any sense, though. But you got the point. Can you talk? Are you willing to talk to yourself in another timeline? Are you open to having that conversation with yourself in another timeline to see the choices that they made, because they're still you, on another timeline? And maybe learn and maybe become a better person in this timeline.
You want to go? You want to go first, Trista?
I,
Stacey
I didn't
makes a
catch
good
the
point too.
question in there.
Stoner. Trista. Stacy says, "Don't we always have to say we are living in our highest timeline for the highest good of our soul?" I think it's a good thing to say.
It's one of my affirmations I say every day, but
But
I
is
don't
that
know if-
highest?
yeah, but
Is-
yeah.
Is that timeline necessarily in the future though? Because your highest timeline could have been last year. Wait, no, because we're in a higher time. Well, see, and how minuscule do you want to get? Because I think we're definitely in a higher timeline than a year ago today.
I think you're missing the point. Is the now, the highest timeline now, and just because we might be better in the future, we can still be our best self now.
And a timeline is like the line; it's the whole path. That's how I think about it. That's the path for you, as opposed to like a
Oh yeah, so the whole
separation
line
time.
itself. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
The line is the entire timeline that you're living. Not the moment, not the future, not the past, but the now of the line itself. And I
especially
am
since
on
a
the-
lot of times
Good one.
it's the trauma and all of the bad crap that puts you on the path to that highest timeline too, right? So it can't be just a snapshot in that path.
That's a big one. That's so huge.
Yeah, who's a stoner now? I guess still kind of me.
Yeah, I haven't had anything in a week. That's cool.
Not my mama's a baby boy.
So I'm gonna.
Night, Linda. Oh, we're over now too.
Yes,
Everyone.
yes. We've established this thought and gone all over the place. But in the end, the most important thing is, how are you ready to be your best self, Victor?
Yes, sir. I am my best self.
Trista, you ready to put those carriages back where they belong?
Well, I use a basket, and I also take other people's baskets and put them away as well. So yes.
Oh, so you are living your best basket
am.
self, the best buggy
Yeah.
self.
Yeah.
I was saying carriage. What was I saying? Buggy?
You were saying carriage.
I was saying
I've heard
carriage.
people say buggy. I'm more of a cart person.
I say
Yeah, that's what I
everything
say.
at the moment because I use all of the words because I can't focus half the time. It's good. So I'm ready to be my best self and to talk to all my timelines and to cause as enough troubles as possible and create a beautiful, positive world. I think we're all ready to create a big, most positive, wonderful world that we can all win like Mary wins has won.
Very well. Yeah, very well
Love
said.
always wins.
Yeah, okay. So, are we ready to with anything else to say? Millie, I didn't think so. That
And
was
it's
horrible.
always it's always moment to moment. I think that people
All
kind
right.
of get lost at times where they think, "Oh, there she is,"
Surprise.
where they think
Ah,
that making one bad choice kind of ruins things, but it's always making whatever the highest choice in that moment is for you and for those around you, and all that kind of fun stuff. Millie,
I like that. I didn't hear the question, but I like what you just said about the choices and
kind of
can you hear me?
final thoughts.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes.
final thoughts. Oh man, this show we covered a lot. I don't know what my final thoughts are. I'm kind of
Yeah.
left
You'll have to
questioning with
watch
more
it.
questions. Yeah, there's more questions. Be a good human.
Yeah.
That's exactly the answer. That is the perfect answer.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
There you go.
So,
A
Victor,
friend
do
of
you have
mine who I don't really talk to anymore, but he's still a wonderful person. He has a podcast I found recently called "Be Good, Do Good," and I'm like, yeah, that's you. That's
That's
awesome.
good.
beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful.
And I will say that if you're going to, my final thought is if you're going to be anything, be kind.
Hmm.
There you go.
And my final thought: if you can't be with the one you love the one you're with. That is so terrible.
A nod, yes.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Even though I can't keep focused tonight, I don't know why. I am so sober. But sometimes the universe does weird things to you, and there's a cat. Have a
She heard it
wonderful
was
week.
ending. She wanted to
Yes.
make an appearance.
Yes. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, cat with the white tail, with a white spot in the tail. Okay. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate you all watching. Go spread joy and love as much as you can, and be the frequency you want to receive.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Take care.
Bye. Love you.
Have a great week.